My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, I wish you all with the compliments of this season. As we are in this Paschal season, let the risen Lord bring to you all His choicest blessings and peace unto your families who are viewing this video log. Yes, of course, we are still living in this pandemic situation. The entire gamut of life is really afraid of this particular situation. The so-called fear is upon all the human person who are coming across this particular word COVID-19 or coronavirus. Yes, the Lord would really bless each and every one of us in this situation, and He would keep us safe from all this pandemic situation. So while I was pondering over this viral situation, I was just thinking about various viruses that really affect this particular society also. As we browse through the history, we will come across enough and more viral situations like this. And I was also wondering if at all the moral situation is also disturbed by any other virus. Do we have any problem with the moral situations also? Yes, of course. I was wondering onto the moral viruses that we undergo today. Yeah, we are living in a postmodern world. This postmodern world really poses a very big threat to the entire society, of course. Yeah, among all this, the world holds on to one particular important word, and that is nothing else but the best. The best. This 4-letter word, yeah, best, B-E-S-T. I always wish like being the best. I always want to do which is best. All that I do have to be the best. This is the idea that each and everyone possesses in each and everyone's ideologies, mind and whatsoever. Even if at all we would take a small child, the child has to be the best. The ideology of the parents is already into the mind of the child. The cognition of the child is already set up telling that it has to be the best in the society. Is it really necessary? My God, this word best has become a viral into our society. We can never ever undo this word in the society nowadays. All that I do should be the best. I can never live in this world without being the best. But it's really a scary word. Yes, of course. It has become a very big jargon of this society. But as of now, this word is also has become a very costly or expensive terminology. To become the best, I have to lose anything and everything that I have. If at all I would think about the subaltern perspective, or if at all I would think about the altruistic perspective, the so-called the term best would not suffice. Yes, the term best has become a costly entity, a costly affair which everyone could not afford, because I have to spend anything and everything that I have to go across this best. This already leads everyone to a sort of indifference. Of course, it also leads to the so-called inferiority complex among the society. They do not know what to do, but we have to find out a possibility to come out of this problem. What shall we do? Yes, now I would quote an incident. I would have been studying 2nd or 3rd form. That is really fresh in my mind. It was PT period, games period. A PT teacher was accommodating us with various games. One particular day, he made us stand in a line and wanted to have a running race. Okay. It's a very normal thing, you know. We all run towards a wall, touch the wall and come back to the starting point, and the best among the athletes would be selected as 1, 2 and 3. One particular group stood in a line. I remember one of my classmates by name Marshall. He had some problem in his leg. He could not run, but he also stood there in the line as an athlete. The whistle blew, all started running towards the wall. They reached the wall, came back to the starting point. But Marshall could not run, but he did not stop. He walked towards the wall. He walked slowly towards the wall. He used all his energy to walk towards the wall. He touched and came back to the starting point. It took a long time. It took such a long time. As kids, we did not know the gravity of the pain that Marshall was undergoing, and many of us laughed. Many of us laughed. But the PT master did not stop Marshall all through the time. He allowed him to walk to the wall. He allowed him to touch the wall. He allowed him to come back to the starting point. After reaching to the starting point, all of us gave him a very great applause. Yes, my dear, it does not mean Marshall was the best there. It does not mean he was the best among all the athletes. But he too did acquire the success. He too did acquire the goal. He too completed the race. Marshall was not the best among the athletes, but he acquired the task. He too succeeded. This real world has to learn a lot from Marshall. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, acquiring the task to succeed is more important than being the best. But this world always hunts to be the best. Always, I want to be the best. This is the ideology that is flowing through. Therefore, even after acquiring the task, many of us are not satisfied. We still earn to be more. We still earn to be record breakers. We still earn to be the best, and we miss the mark somewhere. We are not satisfied even after completing the task. This is not just a real-time problem. This is not just a present problem. This happened from the very creation itself. God created everything beautiful, everything good, and it was perfect. But human person was never satisfied. He just wanted it to be more perfect. He just wanted to be the best among the creation. And that is where problem started. Human person wanted to perfect himself much more, and he became dissatisfied. He did not accept what he is or what she is. He or she wanted to be much more perfect in what he or she does. And this is where the problem started. God created everything good, and man wanted to be the best. God found the problem that the human person had. Human person wanted to be much more perfect and missed the mark somewhere. Now God wanted to rectify the problem that human person has. That is why God became man, as a rectification for all the problems that human person had. That is why God took human form, a simple form, a humble form. He was born with a very simple nature. He chose very simple people. He chose sinners. He chose tax collectors. He chose fishermen who are not skilled people, who are not best in the society. But with them, God succeeded his task. Jesus succeeded in his task. God himself did not seek the best. He was humble. He was simple. He chose the very simplest of the simple person in this world, yet he completed his task. If God himself does it, who are we to seek the best? Let us be humble. Let us be simple. Completion of a task is more important than being the best. Once for all, if we start getting this ideal into our mind, once we start developing this ideology into our mind, we will be much more satisfied in completing a task than being the best. If God himself chooses the simple to complete a task, we are also simple. We are also simple beings who are completing our task with more satisfaction and with more happiness. Development, growth, and all these would always flow through once for all we seek success. Once for all we seek success in our life. But many a times in our life we seek to be the best and we miss the mark somewhere. Therefore, it is more necessary to be successful people in our life than being the best. This is the time where we put our heart and soul in everything and anything to do what is more necessary to lead a successful life than being the best. Therefore, to be successful people in our life, let us put our heart and soul and work. Growth, development, anything and everything will follow through. But satisfaction is more necessary in our life than being the best. So, let us be successful people in our life. God bless you.